Ever find yourself wondering how businesses keep track of what they're buying, ensuring they get exactly what they need, when they need it, and at the right price? It's a crucial dance of organization and communication, especially as businesses grow. Think about it. Without a clear system, orders can get lost, quantities can be wrong, and invoices might not match up, leading to headaches for everyone involved. In today's fast-paced business environment, having a robust system for managing purchases isn't just a nice-to-have. It's essential for smooth operations, cost control, and strong vendor relationships. This is where purchase orders come into play. A purchase order, or PO, is essentially a formal document issued by a buyer to a seller, indicating the intent to purchase specific products or services. It outlines all the important details of the transaction, acting as a legally binding agreement once accepted by the seller. Think of it as the blueprint for a successful procurement process. But creating these purchase orders efficiently and accurately, especially when dealing with a high volume of transactions, can be challenging without the right tools. That's where NetSuite shines. NetSuite is a powerful cloud-based business management software that integrates various processes, including procurement. Its purchase order functionality streamlines the entire buying process, from creating the initial request to receiving the goods and processing the vendor invoice. So, if you're looking to take control of your purchasing, improve efficiency, and gain better visibility into your spending, you're in the right place. In this video, we're going to dive deep into how to create purchase orders in NetSuite, step by step. We'll cover everything from the initial setup to adding items, managing shipping details, and even handling approvals. Whether you're new to NetSuite or looking to refine your purchase order process, this guide will equip you with the knowledge you need. Let's get started and unlock the power of NetSuite purchase orders. First things first, to create a purchase order in NetSuite, you'll need the appropriate user permissions. Typically, roles like purchaser or accounts payable clerk will have the necessary access. Once you're logged into NetSuite, navigate to the Transactions tab in the main menu. Hover over Purchases, and then click on Enter Purchase Orders. This will open a new purchase order form. The first section you'll encounter is usually the vendor information. Here, you'll need to select the vendor you're purchasing from. You can either type in the vendor's name and NetSuite will auto-suggest matches, or you can click on the drop-down arrow to browse your vendor list. Once you select a vendor, NetSuite will automatically populate some fields based on the vendor's record, such as their address and currency. Double-check this information to ensure accuracy. Next, you'll see fields for the date, which defaults to the current date, and the PO number. NetSuite typically auto-generates PO numbers based on your setup, but you might have the option to customize it depending on your company's policies. You might also see a subsidiary field if your NetSuite account manages multiple subsidiaries. Ensure the correct subsidiary is selected for this purchase. Moving down the form, you'll find the Crucial Items section. This is where you'll specify what you're ordering. Click on the first empty line under the Item column. Again, you can either type in the item name or number, or click the drop-down to browse your inventory or non-inventory items. Once you select an item, NetSuite will automatically pull in relevant information like the description and unit price, based on your vendor price list, if configured. In the Quantity field, enter the number of units you want to order. The Rate field will usually be pre-filled, but you can adjust it if necessary, for example, if you've negotiated a different price. The amount will then be calculated automatically. Quantity multiplied by rate. You might also see columns for tax code and department, class, and location. These are important for tracking and categorizing your expenses. Ensure you select the appropriate values for these fields based on your company's accounting structure. You can add multiple items to the purchase order by clicking the Add Line button. Once you've added all the necessary items, you'll want to review the shipping and billing details. NetSuite will often default to the vendor's address for billing, but you might need to specify a different ship to address. You can select an existing address from the drop-down or enter a new one if needed. You can also specify the ship via method, e.g., FedEx, UPS, and any relevant shipping terms. Further down, you might find a memo field where you can add any internal notes or specific instructions related to this purchase order. There might also be a message field that will be included in the purchase order sent to the vendor. Before saving the purchase order, it's crucial to review all the information carefully. Double-check the vendor details, items, quantities, prices, shipping address, and any other relevant information. Accuracy at this stage is key to avoiding errors and ensuring a smooth transaction. Once you're confident that everything is correct, you have a few options. If your company has an approval process in place for purchase orders, you'll likely see a Save and Approve button or a Submit for Approval button. Clicking this will save the purchase order and route it to the designated approvers based on your NetSuite workflow. If no approval is required, or once the purchase order has been approved, you can click the Save button. This will save the purchase order in NetSuite, and it will be assigned a unique PO number. After saving, you'll have several options related to the purchase order. You can print it to create a physical copy to send to the vendor. You can also email it directly from NetSuite to the vendor's designated email address. The system will typically generate a PDF version of the purchase order to send. NetSuite also allows you to track the status of your purchase orders. You can see if it has been sent to the vendor, if the vendor has acknowledged it, if the items have been received, and if the vendor invoice has been processed. This visibility is invaluable for managing your procurement process effectively. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.